Here's a combo you may want to pick up.
Spiky Bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Rob Bear from SpikyBits.com, and we've got another hobby treat for you today. Jason over at Monument Hobbies sent us a little care package of an X-acto blade, well, their new X-acto blade, a seam scraper, and a cutting mat. And you're probably like, why the heck are you making a video about all this? Well, he sent this stuff to us because he wanted us to check it out and obviously share it on all the socials because, you know, we do get stuff from him from time to time for promotion. And I think maybe he just wanted my opinion on it. But me personally, you know, skeptical Rob Bear, I was like, I don't know how you can improve on an X-acto blade. I've been using the same X-acto blade. It's a round thing. You put a new blade in for 10 years, 20 years. I don't even know at this point. They're all pretty much the same, and no one's like better than the other or anything like that. And I've got a seam scraper from GW. I like it. It was like $27 or something ridiculous, but it's super heavy duty and it hasn't let me down yet. So for me to take a look at this and be that impressed with stuff to actually record a video about it, because a video here on the site, on the channel, it's no small undertaking. It's 25 to 30 hours of work for this maybe less than 10-minute video, hopefully less than 10 minutes. Sometimes I talk too much, sorry. But other than that, I actually was very impressed with these products. And Jason always puts a lot of time and effort into developing these things. And he's really proud of all the products over there on Monument Hobbies, including his Pro acrylic line. So I think maybe I didn't give him a fair shake at first, but definitely when I got them in my hot little hands, I had some things to say about them for sure. I actually can't remember the last time we talked about Monument Hobbies here on the YouTube channel or on the video socials out there. So they have a new website, which is pretty cool, and it's very well done for sure. Everything it's definitely faster than the last one for sure. And to check out all the tools and everything's over here on the left. Yeah, you can go from miniatures for their themed kind of paint-alongs and things that they do on Twitch, to their hobby racks, which are cool. I showed you a lot of those in the past. I still use this hobby go bag. I have the foam up here on my desk, and I have the bag underneath for when I want to take my paints on the go. It's actually super useful for me. So there is a lot of his products that I find very useful, but that being said, I was still very skeptical at first. So when it comes to the tools, he's got a lot of stuff in here, believe it or not. And here's the cutting mat combo that we're going to talk about here in a second. He also has this mold line scraper, which is sold out. And if you ever see stuff sold out over here on Monument Hobbies, just put in your email notification so when he gets it back in, because a lot of the stuff they do import a few things, I think, but a lot of it, like the paints and things, I think they make there locally. So chances are that when it comes back into stock, there's going to be a lot of people looking for some of this stuff because it's very, very popular. So I think, if you do go ahead and get your email notification in there, you'll definitely know when it comes out. So this seam scraper is $9.50. The GW one, it's like $27, $30 at this point. I don't even know. It doesn't even matter. It's not even close in price. So if this thing is even halfway decent as a GW, it's already value there, in my opinion, I think. And then he's got, you can get this new retractable hobby cutter, and I'll show you what I think about that here in a second. You can get that separately, or you can get it with the cutting mat bundle. It comes with a retractable cutting blade refill. And he also has his glue, which I actually bought from him because I was looking for a good glue substitute for the Army Painter black cap they used to have. That stuff's just non-existent right now, and everybody's rack, it's not out there. So I was like trying to figure out if this could kind of fill the gap, so to speak. And it turns out it's great stuff. I used it on all my Marvel Crisis Protocol figures that went together. Fantastic, great game. Can't say enough good things about that. Maybe we'll talk about that more here on the channel in the near future. But this glue, totally worth it for $6. You get a bunch in here. And I like the black cap glue from Jason. I'm sure it's just a white branded glue from like BSI or somebody like that. But I've always liked this, and I always like spending my hobby dollars where it helps the hobby the most, and not necessarily kind of a no-name type place. But game stores have this type of glue in there as well. So chances are you'll probably see something similar at your game store if you don't want to jump on here and order it from Monument Hobbies. But if you do, and you're already on here, pick up some of the glue, try it out. I definitely like it. So here's the products we're going to talk about today. This combo is $16.99, and then like this thing was $9.50, and then here's the glues right here. So a lot of you are probably used to this Insecure here. I like the purple cap stuff because this works well on resin and magnets and things like that. This is the glue I was just talking about right there, and this is actually an ounce. This is 3/4 an ounce. I think I paid about $7.99 for this. Again, it's all white branded stuff, but I feel like not putting a big markup on this is you know, kind of a nice little help from Jason there at Monument, you know, to hobbyists out there everywhere. So I'm going to open these up and take a closer look at everything here and kind of show you what I've already learned using these actual tools already and why I think they're definitely worth your hobby dollars at this point. So first up, let's talk about this knife. So I've been using this knife for a while now. I did a bunch of magnetization and armature builds on my knives. This is just a normal, I don't even know where I got this one, just X-acto knife. I keep the cap on the end because I will stab the shit out of myself if I don't. But that being said, keep your safety caps, don't be as stupid like me. One thing that's cool about this is, hey, there's no safety cap involved. It already has a safety cap, and as long as you don't, you know, kind of extend the blade, which it goes out pretty far to be quite honest. Like this, I've been cutting down some of the armature little knife parts right here, and I had to actually come in here and cut all of this off to make the recess right there for the magnet, and then drill it out. Which maybe Jason will do some, which it worked just fine. And maybe Jason will do some pin vices in the near future, because that'd be cool too, to get some nice big ones, some nice big handheld grip ones like I have, instead of, you know, having a bunch of preloaded ones in my little hobby thing right here, just ready to go for barrels or, you know, other things to drill out. Now, the super obvious bad thing about this is, for the most part, it will roll off your desk. Like, if you're not careful, stab yourself in the foot and or the thigh. I've done it a couple of times. It's not fun, and it's probably very, very dangerous, to be quite honest. Changing this sometimes is kind of a pain, but it's, you know, it's an X-acto blade. We've used these things for years. You know, it is what it is. It's not even X-acto at this point. X-acto has become the name brand to what we call these things. When it comes to this is actually kind of cool, because A, it's not going to roll off your desk, right? So you don't have to worry about any of that. You can put force on this, like say I've got it extended and then I'm pushing down on it, or say I just have it out a little because I'm doing some scraping. You can actually put a bunch of force like right here on this grip, because it is a grip and it's super useful. But if you don't push down this part right here, it's not going to go forward, which is really cool. Kind of a safety feature, but definitely will help you not stab the crap out of yourself. Now this, to change the blade, it's super easy too. You just pull this end off and then extend the replaceable razor blade. Now this particular one I've already changed with my personal blades that Jason didn't send me, but these that come separately you can actually use to change, and they have a little bit smaller of a circle indent right there. You can see it. I found that it doesn't matter which one you put in here, because when you put, as far as that goes, like if you have a stash to use up still, it's not gonna, this blade isn't gonna go anywhere, because you've got this plastic frame support, nice and chunky, to really get in there and smash down on things. And of course, if you're smashing down on things, make sure you've got your Hobby Nerd cutting mat. And here's the cutting mat I've actually been using the crap out of for my projects lately, and it's got a little bit of glue stains on it, but man, this thing is super chunky, and it's actually way thicker than, actually it might not be, I thought it was, than my current mat. Yeah, a little bit, definitely a little bit thicker right there. So this is one that you'll find at craft stores and hobby stores, and this is the new one. And I kind of like this one because it's a little bit thicker. It's nothing game breaking, it's nothing anything crazy about it, but I just personally like it because it's kind of themed with all the Monument stuff. So to change this, you just extend this out, and whatever size you have, as long as it has that cut or that notch right there, you're going to be able to just lock it in, and you gotta lock it in right there, and then it goes into the peg hole. So you just put it into the notch, and then it clicks into the peg hole, retract it back, hopefully not stabbing yourself at any point here, and then boom, you're good to go. And then you can cut and do different things. And actually, now that I look at it, that actually extends further. So maybe it's worth actually buying the ones that are made to go into this. Now, unfortunately, I have a bit of a stash of these things right here, but I may just give it up or donate it to one of my friends that has another one of these knives, because I like that nice extension right there. I didn't realize that actually had changed, so that's good to know. So other than that, I think this is a really cool product. It seems I've dropped it a bunch. I haven't like crushed it or anything like that, but it's been super useful as far as that goes. Now, getting to the seam scraper, it's obviously a little different. It looks more like a sculpting tool than a seam scraper, right? And maybe it is. Maybe you can definitely use it as a sculpting tool. And then here's the GW seam scraper. I think I've had this thing about 8-9 years now. It's definitely got some wear on it. But what I do like about it is it's nice and strong. It's got that full tang, so you can really get in there and kind of scrape away a bunch of different things. And every now and then I get glue and junk caked on there, and I have to kind of clean it off with a knife. Now, what's cool about this one is, you can get in here and you can shave down all these seams, like an apple peeler, no big deal. And it's got this little notch so you can get around curved areas. But unfortunately, you can't really get around a lot of curved areas, like here on these marine shoulder pads, or the marine backpack right here, or even on shoulder pads. In some cases, there's seam lines. You can't really do a whole lot. And it's really hard to get in here across these notches to do this without either an X-acto blade, which isn't exactly the most precise thing to be scraping off mold lines. But what's cool about this one is if you take it and you come across the surface right here, you are going to perfectly scrape down flush this curved surface, because this has a little curve to it as well. And you can see that took like 2 seconds. Then you can use it, you can get in here. So this definitely passes the Space Marine Backpack Challenge as thrown down 2 seconds ago by me. But this is one of the most difficult things to trim on Space Marine, and I've always had issues with it. And you see it on people's miniatures, like you'll see the bad scrapes right here and the bad removal and everything. And this thing just makes a mockery of it. And I was kind of like, wow, this is really good. And I was using a lot of curved surfaces on my armature that I was trimming up, and I was like, man, this thing is really good. But the question is, for the one thing it's probably the most useful of, and this isn't an armature, this is a Primaris Redemptor, is how does it work on the straightaways? And you can see, and I found the most obnoxious seam lines, which are on the back here of the Redemptor Dreadnought. And if we just get in there, again, this is a partially curved surface, and I'm just going to be able to notch, and just putting down light pressure, just really get in there and clean away those seam lines like it was nothing almost. And I mean, that's just crazy. You can't even see any seam lines down there. We see it towards the end where I didn't get all the way down. But I mean, even like these areas here where it'd be more advantageous to come in with an X-acto knife. And again, they got X-acto knives and that stuff works great. You can just kind of lightly scrape across the top right here, get in here. And I mean, the mold lines just, they go away in like 2 seconds. It's crazy how it really gets in there and really does a lot of work. And I think it's because that it's the surface is like comes to such a fine point right there, or edge, I guess, rather than this right here where you're kind of, it's like you're all thumbs with this thing and you're like a precise razor with this thing. So I'm not going to give up the Citadel scraping tool, because on larger things and terrain pieces, this is money. But I'm definitely going to keep this in my hobby toolbox, because this thing is super useful on a variety of surfaces that it really kind of shines through on all those curves and all those crazy things out there. And you never know what GW is going to come out with next as far as like kits and stuff go, right? So I was really impressed by both of these tools. So much so that I thought, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and make a video on this, because I really like what they're doing over there. They always put the hobby first. They're always for the hobbyists. They're in an independent business in the hobby space, which I think is very important to support, because there isn't enough of those out there, in my opinion. And Jason's out there involved in the community, always on Twitch, him and Jen, and always on Twitch, always laughing it up, cutting it up at shows and conventions, which hopefully we'll get back to. So I just think it's kind of a win-win. So if you haven't checked out Monument Hobbies yet, this isn't the only thing cool that they have going on over there. They have a lot of different products, from go bags to racks, to their pro acrylic paints, which I haven't really talked about here on the channel. We haven't even talked about their primers yet. I think I did some stuff on social medias only about this, but this stuff is great, and you get a ton of it in this bottle right here, and it's all made here in the States. They bring it in and they make it all in their machines out there. I don't know how it works. It's basically magic. It might involve some pets. I don't know. I'm sure there's the pet overseers always here in the studio. Of course, you hear them from time to time. But either way, I think definitely check out Monument Hobbies, because they have some really great products out there that you might not expect it to be that groundbreaking. But when you get it in your hot little hands, it's like, holy crap, how did I hobby all these years without these things right here? So that's it for this one. Thank you very much for listening to me drone on about cool hobby products and different things out there. Make sure you check out Monument Hobbies, of course, and get your hobby nerd products, today. Oh, but before you do that, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all our videos.